Hello, Kentucky. Now it's going to be devastating, but not for Kentucky, but for Louisville. They're in serious danger of losing Tyran Stokes to Kentucky. Let's get to the news now. The rivalry between Kentucky and Louisville, one of the most intense in college basketball, is about to enter a new chapter that could be devastating for the Cardinals. The race for Tyron Stokes, the #1 recruit in the class of 2026 and a Louisville native, seems to be taking an unexpected turn, and everything points to the Wildcats as the big beneficiaries. For fans of the blue and white, the latest updates are cause for celebration. For the red and black, a growing concern is beginning to take shape. Jamie Shaw, an analyst for On3 Sports SWAC Rivals, brought to light information that has Louisville fans on high alert. During his appearance on Kentucky Sports Radio, Shaw revealed significant developments that indicate Stokes' growing inclination toward Kentucky. The decisive moment appears to have occurred during the Peach Jam, an event known as a turning point in the recruiting process for many athletes. It was there that the Wildcats began to gain consistent momentum, even overcoming the Cardinals' early lead. The outlook is promising for Mark Pope and his coaching staff. Although Louisville was initially seen as the most likely destination for Stokes, especially after a visit in October 2024 that seemed to solidify the Cardinals as the favorite, Kentucky's entry into the mix has completely changed the dynamic. And this isn't just speculation. Multiple sources confirm that Stokes' interest in the Wildcats is real and growing rapidly. For Louisville, losing Stokes to Kentucky would be a devastating symbolic and practical blow. Not only because he is the best player in his class, but also because of the geographic and emotional context involved. Stokes was born and raised in Louisville, and his mother has publicly stated that the family is a Cardinals fan. Losing him to their biggest in-state rival would be a major blow to the program, reinforcing the narrative that Kentucky remains dominant in local and national recruiting. On the other hand, for Kentucky, securing Stokes' commitment would be a monumental triumph. He's exactly the type of player who can transform a team. A versatile power forward with impressive defensive skills and the ability to score both inside and outside the paint. Stokes has all the characteristics to become an immediate leader and make his mark on the program's history. Furthermore, bringing in such a coveted local talent would elevate Mark Pope as a recruiter, solidifying his vision and strategy for rebuilding the Wildcats' legacy. The situation also highlights Kentucky's ability to compete behind the scenes. While programs like Oregon, Arkansas, and Gonzaga are still in the running, it's the Wildcats who appear to be taking control. The ability to attract a player of Stokes' caliber, even with a clear family connection to Louisville, demonstrates the strength of the Kentucky brand and the player's confidence in Pope's project. While visits are still scheduled and the process is far from complete, the signs are clear. Kentucky is well positioned to win one of the biggest recruiting prizes in recent years. For Louisville, the only thing left to do is race against the clock and try to turn the tide before it's too late. But for Wildcats fans, the future has never looked so promising. And are you betting on it? DJ Waller Jr.'s career at Kentucky football is a clear example of how growth in a college football program extends beyond the playing field. A transfer from Michigan after a low-key stint, Waller arrived at the Wildcats program with high expectations for the 2025 season. However, his first full season in Lexington was marked by challenges, including injuries and difficulties adapting to the program's playing style and culture. Now, after a transformative offseason, the junior is ready to show BBN why he can still be a key player in the Wildcats' defense. Waller, a native of Youngstown, Ohio, didn't have the immediate impact many expected when he arrived at Kentucky during the spring transfer window. During the 2023 fall training camp, he faced physical issues that limited his participation and hindered his development. When he finally did get on the field, injuries continued to haunt him, preventing him from fulfilling his potential. These setbacks could have shaken any player, but Waller decided to view them as an opportunity to rethink his approach to the sport. "I just had to invest more," Waller said in a recent interview. "Buying more made me feel confident on the field, overall." This investment he refers to isn't just related to the time he's dedicated to training, but also to a renewed mindset. The cornerback explained that he's watched more game film, sought out extra reps in training, and adopted a more disciplined routine off the field. For Waller, becoming an elite player requires more than physical ability. It requires total commitment. This change in mindset appears to be paying off. The Kentucky coaching staff has already noticed a significant difference in Waller's performance during preseason workouts. He's now firmly established as a starter in the secondary, a position that requires not only talent, but also consistency and game intelligence. Coach Mark Stoops and his assistants have praised the young player's progress, highlighting his renewed explosiveness and ability to read opposing plays. "I feel more explosive. My body feels different," Waller said. "My mind feels different, too. Just knowing you put in the effort gives you a sense of security. We don't have to worry on the field because we know we've done the work." Kentucky's investment in Waller as a cornerstone of the secondary for the 2025 season is no accident. The Wildcats' defense, especially the secondary, has been seen as a strength of the team this preseason. With the departure of some veterans, spaces have opened up for new leaders to emerge, and Waller is determined to fill those spaces. After a healthy and productive offseason, he now better understands the program's expectations and how to operate within Kentucky's structure. This knowledge, combined with his redoubled effort, puts him in a prime position to shine. Defensive coordinator Brad White noted that Waller has shown impressive maturity in his approach to the game. He understands that to be great, you have to work harder. That's something he's internalized, and we're seeing the results, White said. He's more confident, more prepared, and most of all, more resilient. This resilience will be crucial for Waller, especially given the high expectations placed on him. After a difficult sophomore year of college football, he knows he needs to prove himself not only to the fans, but also to himself. His experience as a national champion during his time at Michigan serves as a constant reminder of what's possible when effort and talent align. If Waller can translate his off-season changes into on-field performance, he could become one of the Wildcats' next defensive stars. And in a defensive scheme that promises to be one of the team's strengths, that contribution will be invaluable. The adjustments he's made off the field may be exactly what he needs to thrive on the field. It remains to be seen whether this new version of DJ Waller Jr. will live up to renewed expectations. Let us know what you think, because it's important.